Okay, so let's see how Turtle actually works. Turtle programs, as you've seen, they can do very complex shapes, but they're basically built of a lot of simple commands. And the way Turtle works is by moving a pen, called the turtle, around the screen. So if you do t dot forward, that moves it forward 100 units, t dot left moves it through 90 degrees. Turns it left through 90 degrees. And that's enough actually to draw a square. So if we look at one of the example programs that I've put in the download, there's Turtle Square. You can see all the commands here are t dot forward, t dot left, t dot forward, t dot left. So we draw a straight line, we go forward, draw a straight line, and then turn left. And if I run that one, F5, you'll see it just draws a square, goes forward, turns left, and so on. Okay, let's have a look at that code in a bit more detail. So there's the code that we've just seen. These lines of code are, as I said, draw a line, length 100, turn left, anti-clockwise through 90 degrees, draw another line, length 100, and so on. You should also know there's some other things in that code to make a note of. So the first line is a comment. It says draw a square, but it has no effect on how the code works. It's just a bit of information for us or for somebody else looking at the program about what the program is going to do. If you change that, nothing is going to happen. So you can change it to whatever you want. It won't draw a dinosaur. It'll just draw a square, unless you change the rest of the code. You can also put comments at the end of a line. So if you see here, I could put it after the t dot forward 100. That wouldn't change the program. It just makes the rest of the line a comment. And Python ignores everything from the hash symbol to the end of that line. So comments are a useful way of telling either yourself, reminding yourself what you've done in the code, or telling somebody else what's happening in the code. You'll also notice there's a t dot forward. This is a way of using turtle. So the T stands for turtle, and if you notice, you may not have noticed, but when we did when we looked at the turtle demos, they say from turtle import star, and then you can just use forward, left, forward. That sort of seems simpler, but in the lecture examples that I've given you, the 3 lecture examples, they use import turtle as t, and then you do t dot forward, t dot left, t dot forward. They're more or less the same thing. I think I prefer the second one because it just reminds you, this T reminds you that you're using something else. If you use the first version, what does forward mean? You're not quite sure where it's coming from. Particularly in a big program, that could be quite confusing. So the T reminds you where it's coming from. Okay, what else can we do? We can do, if you want to move to another location without creating a line, just lift the pen up, and then you can put it down when you want to start drawing again. So t dot pen up, move forward 100, t dot pen down. And now you can create a square with no top. Okay, let's have a look at that one. There we are. And you'll see it's exactly the same as the one before, except that now we've got t dot pen up and t dot pen down before we do forward. So when I run this one, watch it run, it draws a line. It's drawing the same square, but it lifts the pen up when it's drawing the top line, and so we get this square without a top. Okay, something else you can do, you can move directly to a location. So wherever you are on the screen, you can go to a place using t.goto, move to the location where x is 100 and y is 200. So the center of the screen is x equals 0, y equals 0. X is the left, right, y is the up, down. So that will take us to a location. You can play around with these numbers a bit to find out where things are. So that's another way of moving along the screen. You don't have to go forward. You can just go to a place, and that will draw a line if the pen is down. And you can also fill the area inside a line you've drawn. So, for example, you set the color that you're going to fill with, and then you begin the fill and end the fill, and anything in between those is filled with that color red. And that's enough to draw a bow tie shape. Let's have a look at that one. There it is. Okay, you can see a few commands here. So we're setting the pen size, that's setting it to That's the width of the line you're drawing. Lift the pen up, we go to a location, put the pen down, set the fill color to red, and then begin the fill. And then it's this T.go to. It's just going to 4 locations. So we're not working out the angle that we're going at, and the line we're drawing. We're going to 4 locations and ending the fill. So if I run that one, so you can see it goes to those 4 locations.